Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another little video. Today, I'm actually going to be reviewing the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer for Star Wars. However, a slight little issue, that being that this trailer did come out about a month ago, 4 weeks. So I know I'm technically behind the curve, but I don't give a fuck. Um, the reason you're probably wondering, why are you reviewing this trailer now? Uh, I just needed something to sort of jump back in, get the videos out, get back to work. I've been on vacation for a couple weeks actually, so just taking time off to sort of recuperate, get things done around the house, just take some time off from work as well. So, but that time has passed, so it's time to sort of just get back to work and get some things done. But long story short, yeah, I'll just dive in. We'll do a review of the video, the trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu, and see what we think. I think I've already seen it, but I wanted to do a review on it. So.
Impressive.
Good shot, baby.
Okay, so we're gonna go back and rewatch that trailer and kind of do some dissection, because there's some things I noticed. But ultimately, what I wanted to talk about, trailer looks pretty simple, sort of concise. It's at a minute and a half. Disney's got to ramp up basically the marketing for this film, approximately, I don't know, 6 to 8 months out, because I think it said May 22nd of 2026. So that's five, it's like 8 months ahead of time, um, which is good. That's like a good sweet spot for marketing, starting to initialize like marketing for films. Um, I remember with the Force Awakens, definitively they released a teaser trailer like a year out, but I've always felt like that held a really good, um, like it had a very good marketing plan leading up to the film, and I think that sort of helped create like hype around that film, The Force Awakens, back in 2015, 2014, 2015. Um, just because if you do, because essentially when you go to release a film, the only thing that's not important, um, being the what am I trying to say here? The only thing that matters isn't just the film; it's also the marketing. So marketing a large film like The Force Awakens a year in advance, I think, was a really good play. With this film, 8 months in advance, yeah, it doesn't. This isn't Star Wars Episode 10, right? So, or Episode -3. uh, Math. Um, this is just Star Wars Mandalorian and Grogu. And basically, while the film doesn't need to be, marketed like a year in advance, I do think 6 months is like too short of a window, and a year maybe too early. But like 8 months, 8 9 months, that's a good window. So I kind of give him props to that. Um, the problem I have with this film, and I've had it since the end of um, Mando season 2. One of the other things I want to touch on is get rid of the fucking baby, right? And a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me, but whatever. Get rid of the fucking baby. The baby it holds Mando back. And from day one, when I found out about the Mandalorian trailer, uh, I've always wanted like a really cool uh, bounty hunter TV show. Like, let me see what I can find here. Yeah, that's my search history. Mandalorian trailer. So here's the original trailer. Total different vibe. Totally a different vibe. And it's just like this is what ultimately should have been the show continuing forward past like season 2. Um, because, and this is a point I want to touch on, but like, look at this. You have you have stormtrooper helmets. There's blood. There's guts, not guts, but like there's been some shit that has gone on. Um, but one of the most important things with the Mandalorian and Grogu film or TV show, whatever you want to call it, Mando can like the stakes can never be set too high. Mando can never be in like too much danger because he has a baby with him. I'm going to say that again. Because he has a baby with him, right? So like how much danger can he really be in? How much danger can the writers really place him in? Because he has this baby with him. But like the vibe of season 1 was so good. So good. Ominous music, some nice it's awesome. Awesome edgy music. Bounty hunter doing bounty hunter things.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession. Don't you agree?
So like initially when this was marketed years ago, like 5 6 years ago, you see that trailer and you go, "Holy shit, that looks cool!" Right? A show about a bounty hunter. I mean, it is called The Mandalorian, but like, it's not that hard. I wish Disney would understand. It's really not that hard. Make a great Star Wars TV show about a bounty hunter going across the galaxy collecting bounties. Sounds pretty cool, right? At least that's what I would like to see. But instead, we now get this. It's got the baby. And it's not that I don't like Grogu. Seriously, it's not that I don't like him. I think he's a cute little guy. He was great. I thought Mando was going to maybe deliver him to Yoda's home world, or wherever maybe Yoda or Yaddle, hails from, because there's not a lot of information about what their species is, where they come from, what they do, that sort of thing. Like there's only three of these little species within the Star Wars galaxy that we've seen, but it's just it's similar to, like, this is an analogy, but it's similar to DC Comics. Like if you keep the Joker's origins a mystery, it makes the character better versus if you know too much about the character, right? Like if we did actually know too much about Yaddle and Yoda, it wouldn't be as interesting as if we know nothing. All my original Star Wars books that predate Disney on my bookshelf behind me, uh, goes to show that, and I consider that canon above what Disney has put out, because I was reading those books years before, you know, 5, 10 years before Disney even ever purchased Star Wars from George. But long story short, you know, if you keep an element of mystery, it makes the character better. So, and it's not that I don't like Grogu. He's a cute little guy, but he should have stayed with Luke. He should have stayed with Luke. Because now what is Mando going to do? He's going to take the baby on operations missions with him, just so the baby can die, or the baby can, I guess, save Mando when it's convenient. Like the writers can't come up with something better for Mando to do other than to, I guess, take Grogu with him on these dangerous missions, because Grogu is sort of like Mando's ace up his sleeve, his get out of jail free card, that sort of thing. I think that's about right. It is cool to see basically Luke in this movie. She's awesome. And of course, you have the little stereotypical trope of where, like, he just wants the baby. I mean, babies are hungry; they want to eat, but he's just reaching over using the Force to get a snack. It just feels like lazy writing. I thought the Razor Crest also blew up, so maybe I'm missing something. Somehow the Razor Crest returned. Get to see Zeb. That's pretty cool. Rebels isn't that bad. Yes! I think that's Jabba's. I think that's actually Jabba's son, Rada. I think is his name, Rada the Hutt. And dude is like shredded the Hutt.
Impressive.
There he is eating again. And I can't blame Disney, because George also did this with merchandise and toys and everything. Like, I get it. There's a lot of money in toys and stuff, but you go to any store that has like Disney Star Wars products, they just they don't they have never sold, at least to my knowledge, as well as original Star Wars or prequel era um, Star Wars toys. So like, I don't know if he has the baby with him when he shoots out of the hatch of the cockpit of the AT-AT. He does. I just noticed that. So he has the baby with him, because this is the top hatch for the AT-AT. This leads down to like the holding, like essentially the large body of the vehicle, and then this is like the little tunnel that you kind of travel to into the cockpit. Further off to the side here, there's probably another seat, like there is the other seat here, like as if we're kind of in the cockpit looking down the hatch or down the alleyway to the main body of the vehicle. But of course, he has baby Grogu with him. I don't even know, is that baby strapped in or is he just holding on to him? Like, hold on, son. So of course there's an explosion. They get out of there, which is great. But it's just like I get our. I'm just, and of course Mando can do dangerous things, I guess, with the baby. But my point is, the point is like, why is he carrying around the fucking baby? Why is the baby with him? What is the purpose of this? Is it because Disney just wants to sell Grogu toys, Baby Yoda toys? Or is there actually like a plot to this? Like, what are they doing? What are they doing? I don't think they know. I don't think the writers know because a lot of writers in Hollywood can't write for shit. In fact, and this is a topic for discussion for another topic at another time, but I think you're going to see, as someone who has worked professionally or used to work professionally within the sort of acting space film industry, um, I think you're going to see a lot of big box studios utilize AI for writing good stories, writing really good stories, and then they'll use select head of writers or a few writers to sort of go in, tweak it, make it better, sort of pick up where AI sort of drops the pieces down. But eventually, like a big box studio will go, oh, we don't need to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars on writers when we can just plug it into a computer spits out the script for the screenplay, and we just say that's more money for the investors, guys. you know I'm not saying all writers are bad or all writers are useless, but essentially if you're a writer in Hollywood, you're obligated to a certain level of quality, I would hope. I'm not a writer. In fact, I suck at writing, but I take years, if I'm going to write anything, to write something because I want it to be a good product before I put it out there, which I have not written anything, but one day I hope to do that. So, again, taking the baby with him in dangerous places. Not a good parent. But then again, this is science fiction, so what do I? The music swells, and then there's some sort of cliche event happening. I don't even know, where did they go? They like shot out of here and like they're nowhere around. And this is also a pet peeve of mine, but it almost looks like as they're going through the snow like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it looks like there's no like, maybe there are some markings here in the snow. Guess what, guys? It's forged for IMAX. It's gonna be good.
Good shot, baby.
And who knows? Maybe the next trailer, when it gets closer to the film's release, will be better. But I've been saying it for years, ever since not really The Last Jedi. Once I saw The Last Jedi in theaters, that was 8 years ago. I was like, what, 22 at the time? I'm 30 now. Um, but once I saw The Last Jedi in theaters, I was just very not hopeful for Star Wars. I saw The Rise of Skywalker, and my entire reaction to The Rise of Skywalker was basically that Homelander meme of where he's just sitting in the movie theater looking up, so forlorn, if you will. Um, and ever since basically Mando season 3 and onward, even sort of before that, there's a lot of Disney Star Wars I have yet to even watch. But there's also a lot of it I don't ever want to watch because I don't want it to ruin my love for what I have left for OG and prequel era Star Wars. Um, I don't. I wanted more Star Wars 10 years ago, but then I got what I wanted with The Force Awakens and onward, The Rise of Skywalker, Last Jedi, and I realized then I didn't want it anymore. I wanted it to just stop. Anyway, guys, that's sort of just my rabble on the review of the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. I know I sort of went off a tangent here, but I just wanted to explain like my viewpoints ultimately of what I think of the trailer, and that honestly, Disney and Star Wars they need to essentially they need to get their shit under control. They've just scuffed it up too many times, and it's like I get they're in damage control in a way. I mean, this is the first Star Wars film that they're going to be releasing since The Last Jedi, which was in 2019. But it's like it's by the time this film comes out, it's been almost 7 years since the last 6.5 years since the last Star Wars film. 6.5 years. Like, I get that they were focusing so much on Disney Plus, but I just feel like they've hurt the brand so much to this point. It's even if they did get some good writers in there and they released good products, and this is something that happens on like Star Wars Theory podcasts all the time. Him and Josh talk about it, Nerd Theory. Um, Even if they got good people in to work on this brand and repair it, the damage has already been done. It's like a cancer. It spreads and it does its damage, and then you die. Would enough good intentions and good quality product coming out from Disney Star Wars fix the brand? Would it? I don't know. I'd have to say that at this point, I think so much damage has been done. It's almost kind of irreparable, if you will. But anyway, that's enough. I digress. You guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.